You come home in the evening with whiskey on your breath. I dream about leaving, but I wake up with regrets.
Welcome back everyone to the shaping videos. What we've got here is a standard shortboard. Now, you might think nothing new. Shortboard's been around forever. You know, same dimensions it used to ride years ago, 6'3", 18.5, 2 1/4. But what the shortboard does, and it's constantly evolving, like, because it's a board that's ridden by good surfers, there's always a lot of feedback coming back with the shortboard, and over the years, it's just constantly evolving, and whether that's the rocker, the rails, the concave, the plan shape to a little bit of an extent. But the shortboard is always evolving, so if you had one a few years ago, you might find that if you get a new one, you go, wow, it's the best one I've ever had. It has slightly changed, and it is always changing. So this one here is 6'2", 18.5, 2 1/8, so it's for someone probably around that 75 kilogram mark, with the future fin setup. One thing that's sort of with the shortboard is that 10 years ago, everyone rode shortboards. This is what we rode. Everybody had a shortboard, whether it was of a different size, like I'd ride a 6'6" shortboard, someone else rode a 6'2", or a 6R, or a 5'10". What happened when the fish evolution came along is that all the boards got smaller and wider, and a classic example is a couple of boards, a couple of blanks we got here in the bay. That's a 6'7" shortboard blank. That's a blunt 6'4" blank, and you can just see those two blanks have got exactly the same amount of foam in them. I know because that's what I ride, but instead of everyone just riding that sort of plant shape, we've all now dropped down, and the average surfer will ride a board that's got shorter, wider, and generally a little bit thicker as well. And you can see with the blob blank there as well, that little 5'2" blob blank, which would have nearly as much foam as those as well, and then a big 7'6" gun blank. So where your average and your intermediate surfer doesn't have to go to this shortboard and have it too narrow, basically. You're better off having that width that we've talked about in the other boards, like the blunts, the punts, the blackbirds, and their other models, where they got more width to them. Is a lot better for a intermediate or a beginner surfer. So you don't have to do the shortboard yet, which is good, because your learning curve of surfing is going to be better off from having a wider board that's a little bit flatter and getting you on waves earlier. Your good surfers, all of our team riders, they won't go anywhere without taking their shortboard. They might be riding the Scimitar, you know, but if Adam Johnson, Nick Vitko, Ash McDonald, any of those guys are surfing really good waves, whether it's South Stratty, North Stratty, they're going to Indo, whatever, myself, if I'm going overseas, like if you're in good sucky waves, you're going to have just shortboard there with you. It's just sort of, you know, it's what the pros ride when the waves are really good. It is still the benchmark for really good waves and holding in, sitting in barrels and combining the whole lot, basically.
The dinner that I made you is slowly getting cold.